All right, I've made a copy of your file, so let's take a look at what we have here. The first thing I notice is that we have giant paragraphs. All the paragraphs are really big. So I don't know if you have, because I see a little bit of the paragraphs being split here, and the split looks good. So you're just going to have to make the paragraph smaller. That's the number one thing, is making the paragraph smaller. So let's do that. Let's just go through here and we'll quickly take a look at splitting these paragraphs. This is a good place to split that paragraph. So we'll do that one. And we'll come over to here and we'll split this one here. I'm not going to do all of these, but you'll see what happens when I do. And this one right here, very easy to take this paragraph right here and split it. Now, what I'm going to do is take this and hit my up arrow key. All right. When I click on that paragraph and I get a crosshair here, click on my up arrow key and it moves that paragraph into that white space. Now, we didn't have enough room for the white space earlier. All right, now I've still got some space in here, so I could probably come over here and do this and split that paragraph. And that may fit. Up arrow key, nope, it's too big. So what we might want to do is split this paragraph right here and do it like that. Now hit the up arrow. You have to click on this, so you got a crosshair. Hit my up arrow key. That does not fit in the available space here. So that's because we have this image right here. So you just have to kind of plan out your space. I'm actually going to put these back together is what I'm going to do. Hit that key. Well, wait a minute, I split that in the wrong way. Split that one back. Click on here and do this. And then that'll move that up there. We do have to get rid of that little space right there. So then we've got this. We got a little bit of room right there. We got some space over here. Now, the images, because of the placement of the images, are going to create a bit of an issue. So let's see if we can deal with the images. And I'll show you how to do that right here. First thing I'm going to do is split this. And that'll fill this space up well. So I'm going to move this above and click off of this and back in here. Move that above the image, because the image placement's not critical. It's kind of critical, but it's not vitally critical to the placement of the text. So that helped with that space there. Now let's do this. We'll move those two paragraphs back together, and we may find that we want to split this paragraph again to make it fit. But what you're running into is you got images and enormous paragraphs. These really big paragraphs are what gets in the way. So splitting those paragraphs up can help you. And the other thing is it'll help your reader, because the reader gets lost in a sea of text. And so you want to make a good experience for the reader, as well as a good layout experience for them as well. So I would highly recommend that you go through here. Welcome's not a good word to have in the middle of a paragraph. So you split it and begin the paragraph with that. Do the same thing over here. This is a giant paragraph. It would never fit in this space right here. This gives you a good idea. When you scroll over this column, you can see how much space is left in that area. But you're going to have to split the paragraph to make it fit, okay? And now I should be able to move that up into that space. And we did, and it looks better. So, just something that you have to do in order to make that work, all right? And that's how you split those paragraphs up and move them around. Your images are going to get in the way, so what you have to do is you have to figure out how critical the placement of the image is to the text. Again, this can be moved. We'll move it there, and then you can play with this, okay? I can take this image, I can move it up, and I can actually put these paragraphs back together and make that fit. So it's just a layout issue, really easy layout issue, but because you have these enormous paragraphs, it takes a little bit to split those up and make them fit properly. I've gone through and I have split up some of these paragraphs right here and made them smaller. And I just went through the entire document, just split those up. And now I want to show you what I can do because I've made these paragraphs a lot smaller. And then we can do a little bit of adjustment after that. But now that the paragraphs are smaller, we've got a way to be able to manipulate those. So I'm going to go to the top of my document again, the very beginning, and I'm going to click on one of these paragraphs. And then I'm going to hit the repaginate button right here. And it should move all of those things into available space. So we'll take a look. See, we'll run into an image right here. That image won't fit in the space that's available right there. I can now verify that it did fit. Now I've just moved that image into that space. So let's take a look. This image could be moved into there. This paragraph could be moved into there. So let's go over here. We'll hit repaginate, and it went there. So all it's going to do is bump into those, and then there's no space over here. So let's take a look at what we can do. This is one of those that we may have to look at and see, nah, there's not enough space there. So, but that repaginate is going to get rid of most of that space for you once the paragraphs are small enough that you can move them around. Okay? And see, this is an example right here. And I'm going to click right there, do that, and then click up here and repaginate that, and I put that paragraph right there. That leaves me with a larger paragraph here that will not fit in the available space here, and this paragraph will not fit in the available space there. So you just have to take a look at it once you've got to that point and see how close you can get it. But that repaginate is going to help you a lot. All right, I can actually do this here. I think I got enough room to be able to click. Nope, not enough room for this paragraph right here without changing it. Okay, so those are the things that you can do that'll get rid of the white space.